Hi everyone, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is Varush and this is a pick a card reading. So I got this reading kind of came by randomly to me, and so it's just a special message. There will be two options, but as I was getting this reading ready, I pulled the cards last night but I didn't touch them. As I was getting this reading ready, I pulled these cards as well, and I feel like it's a little bit of a collective reading right at the beginning. So why don't we just take a look through what I got. It's promising some kind of a success, especially after a period of waiting. So I feel like there is going to be some type, I feel like this might, well, on a global scale, I feel like this has to do with the medical profession, the Hierophant in the center, in some way finding a solution. So I do feel as though the vaccine is coming actually really soon. So if you're waiting for that, I feel on a social level, cultural level, or community level, we are in some way like finding a solution. But on a personal level, you are also finding some kind of solution for yourself. You feel free again and unencumbered. I feel as though there is a increase in loyalty with a King of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra type. Not necessarily those signs. I feel like this person, I think you have a long-standing relationship with this person and it's becoming deeper. There's a protection here for you with this person. This person feels loyal to you. They feel responsibility towards you. So, and it's like an understanding, trust, a verbal contract, that sort of thing. There's going to be success with that, if whatever situation that refers to. Also, I feel as though there might, for those of you guys who are waiting for school and school situations, I know there's a lot of school situations up in the air and a lot of students have become very displaced by what's going on. I do feel like you will be hearing a message and that there are people working behind the scenes to help circumstances along. So I think you'll hear a message, I think you'll see a message, I think there's going to be a breakthrough for you, and it's going to be what you want. In fact, I feel like many of you guys are going to get a better deal than where you're at. I was in school for 15 years. I'm a real big nerd. So yeah, big nerd. And so I feel like this is what I want to tell a lot of people. So if you're in school for whatever reason and you feel overwhelmed, my best education in terms of the ability to, I really like lectures, I really like teachers, I like listening to experts' opinions. That's a really beneficial side of school. However, in terms of like getting through an undergraduate degree or through an undergrad degree or some course, online and summer classes are the way to go. Just so you know, you'll get better grades, you'll have more one-on-one time with your teacher, and you have more energy in the summer because it's sunny and it's bright. So especially if you live in places like Canada where it gets really dark and grimy in the winter time, consider maybe shifting your schedule around a little bit and do more classes. If I chose school again, which I probably will, I'll probably go in and do psychology, finish that in about 4 years, right? I feel like the best thing to do is go to school in the spring, go to school in the summer, and take the fall off and do other things in the fall, because it gets dark and more people have seasonal affective disorder. Just some feedback. So I feel like school might be coming to you, but in a modified way. And trust that if you're a little flexible, I think you'll find that it's a good deal, okay? Then we have the you have someone who is around you who's either coming in or someone who you know. This person may have a cat. But I feel like it's a youthful, energetic energy with lots of like spirit and a lot of energy, a lot of oomph. And this person has a loyalty with you, like a brother or a sister. They're coming in to help you in circumstances as well. So just hold on tight. Whatever you're waiting for, I feel like there's good outcomes coming. And if you're not dealing with a school, whatever institution, be it a church, whatever, mosque, you know, whoever you're interacting with that you're waiting on, I think you'll find a good outcome. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this, and why don't we take a look at your cards? So, okay, so I picked these cards under Neo-wise. I just want to see how many I picked. Yeah, I did two grids of 9. So we have the John Holland Tarot. This is a tarot deck, I forget the name. And this is the standard rider weight. So if you want to choose one or two, I'll give you a special message. So number 1, number 2, you guys know I like to just go in. So we're going to go in and see what's going on for number 1, okay? I don't know why it's doing this. Have you guys seen me in the movies trying to make it straight? I have to lay it back down. I love this background. It's so good. Okay, so let's see. All right, I hope you guys are having a good summer anyway, despite everything. I think the energy is good, actually. So, but get ready for the fall. It's going to be an intense fall. But I think we're stronger and better, so, and be nice to each other. Okay, seven of wands. I'm like becoming the mom of YouTube. Okay, so we have the Emperor, and then we have the King of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So I feel as though a pattern in which somebody is fleeing a situation, somebody who's leaving a situation high and dry, is coming to an end. I feel as though there's more thoroughness, more commitment in circumstances. I think somebody's made up their mind about how they're going to approach things, and I think they're going to follow through. So then we have the 8 of Swords. Okay. So with that, I feel as though they reached an impasse in how they were doing things. They started to see the writing on the wall. People do so many things just because they're not self-aware, you know, how they behave and how that affects other people. So a lot of times it has to do with them seeing what they're doing, and when they see it, then I think that there is like actual pause and like, oh, wait a minute. This is too much. It's like when you do something too much, you catch a hold of yourself, hopefully, and like bring it back down to center. So I really do feel as though there's a self-awareness that's happening here that has to do with, you know, taking hold of something and becoming self-aware, or becoming like, oh man, like getting your head straight about things, okay? Who's who and what's what. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles in the center, new commitments and new beginnings, new financial commitments, a desire to move forward, planting your seeds, they say. So that means putting energy into a new project to see an outcome that's going to be very, very fortunate. Oh, wow. So literally somebody is moving from a place in which they feel terrible and everything's down. They feel very kind of downtrodden, or had made so many mistakes that the world is heavy on their shoulders, and their life is turning around towards much better celebration, where there was no compassion, where there was no sympathy. Suddenly there's an overflowing of awareness, compassion, and understanding. There's just things are turning for the better in this situation. Things are turning for the better. There is just suddenly someone who was getting overlooked is not getting overlooked anymore. Their life is turning for the better. Where there was negativity, life or the universe is bringing positivity, and very cool vibe. And then we have the 4 of Cups. So they definitely an emotional awareness. Somebody's having an emotional awareness, and that awareness is coming in. Sorry. Oh. So So there's a emotional awareness that like the light bulb went off about some things. I have an extra card for you guys here. We have the Six of Pentacles. Okay. I think that they're going to make up for a lot of lost time. I think that they're going to give in a situation. They're going to give in a situation in which they've been taking more than giving. And I think if you're waiting for someone to turn around, I think this is it. And then we have the Sun, which is a fortunate outcome. This person is going to take some very good steps in their life to be very, very successful. On the bottom is about you carrying. Okay, so this is definitely about one person carrying the load for someone else, someone who was not carrying the load for themselves. So this is definitely about you kind of in some way being there for someone, or one person was there for someone and the other person was emotionally tapping out, mentally tapping out, not participating equally, sabotaging the agreement. You know, like how relationships, be it a romantic relationship, family relationship, or a friendship, they have these kind of non-verbal agreements or verbal agreements in which there's an understanding between people that that's what's going on. So this person was not fulfilling the proper role that they were playing in your life. They were either shortchanging you, and they can be a man or a woman, who cares, right? This person was not giving you your due, and I feel like they're really starting to see the mistake of their ways, and I feel like they're going to come through in a very big way. You know, that fairness, and it doesn't mean just money. It just means like their presence. It's like, wait a minute, they woke up. Okay, then we have the Observe card. The Observe is the Hanged Man, and then that's ruled by Neptune. How many cards do I have here? I did 7. Okay, so let's just do 7. So we have Detach. I picked these last night, and I just left them here because I wanted you guys to see it. Libra, and then we have the 7 of Cups. Okay, so to me, what this looks like is that somebody's uneasy that they have to wait a longer time than they had anticipated. However, they wait uneasily and sort of pulling away from, while they are waiting, they're sort of pulling away from other things and creating almost like a fantasy around their situation. They were, the waiting is disassociating because they have to wait. Something's been imposed to them that they have to wait for something, and they're not really interested in that. They're not about that. That's not the energy that they want. But they're complacent to it, provided that they are not sabotaging, you know, like unhealthy behaviors that are sabotaging the goodness of a circumstance. I feel like this person will find balance. They will find balance by separating themselves when things quiet down. I think that the energy will totally subside, and their activity to not do is participate in avoidance activities such as drinking alcohol, drugs, any forms like playing video games excessively, all that stuff. Okay, so here is the next message at the center. We have the crown chakra. They're receiving downloads from the universe. The universe is telling them wonderful things of insight about their life. I feel very strongly that this person should not be infiltrated in any way. Like, you shouldn't be asking them what's going on. I think that they need to calm down in their energy, and when the dust settles, I think that they'll really have some point of awareness that comes through. They're gonna wake up. Okay, and then we have the fine balance, the 2 of Pentacles. So change, slowly but surely. I think that they're gonna start making steps towards change on their own, and it's gonna start very slowly at first. Okay, and then we have the Magician. Good things start slow, you know. This is the Magician. They're on to something. They need to see something. You know, artists and writers and stuff, they're like, just leave me the crap alone. I need to think. This is the kind of energy. They need to be left alone in the shower or wherever they do their creative activity. because they need to kind of zone, they have something coming through that's going to be quite interesting and cool. And then we have the Three of Cups. There's going to be a reunion in your relationship. So what I'm looking at is a person on a journey, right? A person on some kind of journey. They're about to receive some major downloads. They're about to receive some massive insight. Maybe this is you. Maybe this is what you need. But it's coming through, and all the stuff that's going on, like their environment needs to give them room to be able to listen, to be able to understand. The brain is such a complex thing, and whether it's a download or, you know, kind of subconscious activity of like creating a matrix of all the different stimuli that are going on in your brain to produce like a new idea, they need to really have that space to be able to allow their brain to work. But then they're going to come through in a big way. It's like when you give the opportunity to someone to do what they do, when you give the opportunity to someone to address their needs or to allow this, they're going to be so grateful to you that you gave them that space of creativity, that you gave them that space to be able to manifest. Okay, so that's a really cool reading. And if that's you creating, just be patient with yourself. If you're creating something, if something's coming through, new point of awareness, be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself time. These things take time. You don't have control over how long it's going to take. Sometimes you can do things to improve the speed of the situation, but sometimes you're going to have to chill and wait, right? Okay, so number one, thanks for joining us. I hope this is cool for you guys. I hope you guys like a little bit non-standard format kind of readings, because, you know, standard format can get redundant. Okay, number two. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Let's take a look at number two. We have, we start the day with a tower. Okay, number two. Okay, so there's been change. There's been change. There's been upheaval. And then we have the King of Wands, Sag, Leo, and Aries. Somebody's coming in with regard to a situation to help you. Somebody's being very protective in a situation that hasn't gone probably the best, or it's time to leave the situation. There's a Queen of Cups involved, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. There could be a bit of a fissure between yourself and someone else. I do sense that for some of you, this is a sign to go a different direction. I feel like you're being protected by friends or allies, or possibly if this is you in a relationship, you've had a very stormy time with your significant other recently. But it's not over yet. We have the Hanged Man. So there's been delays put in place regarding a situation, like put something on hold, let it simmer, you know, let it come into its own. There's also this situation that involves some kind of upheaval, some kind of destruction in your life, and like some aspect of your life is fading away or being broken down. And I feel like there is it's a conscious decision to put that away. It's like, okay, well, that's not working out, so I'm just not going to put time into it now. I feel like there's other things that are more important, and it's fine to wait. Then we have the Mage in the center, Magician. I don't know if you guys know this, but whenever I get the Mage, especially for women, I feel like that's someone who's very interested in someone else. So to me, it's a sign that there's very intense feelings, there's attraction, there's a pull between people. There's also a necessary change. There's a necessary change that's going on, one you cannot necessarily avoid. And then we have the Lover. See, it's almost like people coming into their feelings for one another. I feel like there's like a gentle dance that's going on, and people are, you know, making their decisions, and they are in one way or another, how do you say, just being, making their decisions. And I feel as though they're trying to they're not overtly talking about the situation, but in a subversive way or a private way, they are trying to influence the situation. So, like, okay, so let's say you have a crush on someone. So you try to go do your hair and put on your makeup and try to go where they you know, like where they for lunch. Like, let's say it's like work lunch. You see this person at lunch all the time, so you start wearing makeup, start doing your hair, and taking your lunch at 1 p.m. exactly, and going to that Starbucks around the corner where they always are. So there's these like some kind of gentle ways that you're putting yourself in their way, nothing stocky or creepy, just normal stuff to kind of, you know, if you know that it's somebody's brother or somebody's friend, you go and hang out with that friend and that family. So there is this kind of like gentle persuasion, or a gentle way of there's a gentle way of making something happen, making you know, yourself available or in the way of someone or a good situation. And it is a bit manipulative, I guess, but it's a nice type of manipulation. You're not being creepy. Nobody's being creepy here. Simply two people are starting to feel like they want to be together, so they in some way are trying to facilitate that to be a thing, okay? And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, secondary transits in air. There's a situation to do with someone in the past that fully needs to be resolved. That's part of the possibly Tower, and also possibly the ending of something that you need to see through. So it's like a divorce, or, you know, some situation needs to be closed out or is being closed out. Maybe that's what's kind of falling apart, something from the past that wasn't working. And then we have the Eight of Swords. There's a lot of nervousness about whether something's going to work. I feel like there's possibly some baggage somebody is bringing into the situation, like feelings of lack of confidence that this situation will work out. Oh, I have an extra card for you guys. And then we have the Seven of Swords. So I just feel like there's going to be a little bit of doubt in your situation. There's a little bit of a like, the feelings are there, but there is someone who is putting like a bad filter to things, whether it's through your experiences being jaded or whatever else that's going on. There's someone who's putting some kind of a bad spin on things. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, but things are turning for the better. I think you just need to like strap in and wait. I think this is saying like strap in and wait. The feelings are very strong between people, and if I know people, which I don't really, but if I know people, I do think that people probably try to, when something feels good, that's really special, right? And so I really feel that it's a connection both ways, where both people feel that sensation. And the way the world is, it's hard to find sensations like that of genuine connection and understanding, where your heart kind of pitter-patters a little bit. And so this person, it's hard, it's not a guarantee that this person will put in the effort. But if you put in a little bit of effort, people are really longing for this kind of connection, so chances are this person will as well. It's a rare thing to have that real sound vibe. Then we have the Five of Pentacles, feeling alone. Somebody was totally let you down in the situation. Somebody let another person down in the situation. I love this card. It's the John Holland Tarot, Psychic Tarot for the Heart. I just love this card so much. The image on it, it's like you find something in the darkness, you know, like there's your light and there's their light in the house. It's like you found your way home. Oh, it's so cute. It's going to make me cry. So it's like, yeah, it's some, you know, that's what happens. There's all these memes from, I think, China on Instagram right now, where there's like little skits that they're doing, and like the boy is holding the girl's hand and there's like a miscommunication, and it's really cute. And it's one of these situations where, you know, in these skits there's all sorts of relationship issues that are going on. In like 10 seconds they do them. They're very smart. And when something is neglected, then the water goes in a new direction. The emotions go in a new direction. You can only be alone for so long before it's time to break something up. So, you know, if it's a past breakup, current breakup, that's really reforming. Something was a letdown, something didn't work out, and now there's a new direction forward. We have the Teach card. Okay. So we have the Teach card, the Hierophant card, Taurus. So I feel like you've learned a lesson. I feel like maybe this was even a long-term relationship or a longer-term situation in which you sort of learned your lesson to not play with people that are going to give you less energy than you deserve. I picked not enough cards. Let me just, here, I'll pick an extra card. Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, I think that you've learned a lesson, and I think that you're seeing the writing on the wall. Like, if a situation, whether it's work, love, whatever, is not doing for you what it needs to, you're already ready for this. You're already ready to understand and rise above it and be like, no bueno, this is not good for me. I can do better. And I think that you've already been soul searching for a new path. So I feel as though it's an extended period of time that you've been waiting for an answer. And I think that, you know, the outside manifestation of that has come to fruition. Like, things have begun to fall apart because you recognize that something is shortchanging you. It's like, you know, when that person is like calling you late or canceling plans last minute and you don't budge, they're going to react to that because they're used to you budging. They're used to you catering to their messiness, you know? And so I feel like you not budging is going to cause a reaction, including people saying, well, if you don't want to be this way, if you don't want to be this easy for me, I'm going to find something easier. Well, you know, that's fine, but you have an interest and you have someone in the wings, and I think that they have a genuine interest in you, and you're in that stage overall, I think, probably of finding a better path for yourself. The Wheel of Fortune. This is very fortunate to have that like as an extra card. It's like, it's saying that like fortunateness, fortune. And then we have the Lovers again. This might involve a Gemini for some of you guys, but this is like there is something for you better. It's not even a question. You've already decided that feeling alone, being kind of left out to dry by people you're around, whether it's work or love or family, it's not good. No bueno. You guys are ready to go in a different direction. You know where your heart is at. That's why you felt that connection. I do want to say that if for whatever reason this doesn't work out, remember this connection. Remember what you felt for this person. It is that emotional signature that you want to remember to move forward and find it somewhere else. But like I said, people think when people really care about each other from the heart, it's rare and special. And if you're dealing with a dude, you might feel like, oh, he has so many other women. You might feel insecure. This is you getting in your feelings. And I don't think so. I think that sure, men and women can find physically other people or, you know, just to superficially spend time with, but real connections, real heart-to-heart moments, or it doesn't even have to be defined by words. They're hard to find. So I think that what I'm saying is he's probably more invested in this than you. Don't need to feel so worried about that part. Okay, we have the Two of Cups. This is really feeling like, you know, all that doubt. There is going to be a period of doubt, but that has to do with a past relationship. And then we have the Four of Cups. It's going to lead to, like I said, I can't really, well, it's starting to look like they are going to try to reach out in some way. I do think that the more positivity that you put into this situation, heart chakra, this is really, I feel like the more positivity that you put in this situation, the more you focus on the happiness that you've met somebody and you're just trusting the universe that it's going to come together and figure itself out. the less anxious, anxiety, or negativity that you put into the situation, the less troubleshooting and just letting it happen, the better off you're going to be. I think that it's almost like you've set up this universe has set up the situation really well for you, and if you allow it to happen, it's going to flow really smooth. I do think that there's going to be some anxiety, and so you want to talk yourself through that and not give up, because I think what's happening is that connection is going to push through, and it's going to push through better when you're really confident about it. Okay? I hope you guys enjoy your reading. You're not alone, and if you are alone, then you've got me. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. If you're 18 to 24, 24 to 34, would you please take the time to comment and like? It really helps the channel be visible, because I'm in my late 30s, so it looks like my videos are not being shown to younger demographics, and as you can tell, they're pretty cool. So please comment and like. It helps a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, and that doesn't mean that I don't like older people liking and commenting. You guys like and comment too, but I don't have a problem with my videos being shown to people your age. It's the younger people that they're not being shown to, and that makes it harder to see the video overall. So thanks, you guys. Have a wonderful day. I hope you like these special messages. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.